more advanced steps. That's really all you need to fight. Fight should be over this fast anyway. Now we come to defense. Very simple. These things. Whenever possible, your defense is distance. If, when I see the man approach, I stay without arm range, then for him to hit me, he's got to commit body weight, he's got to step in. That's when, if I can stay this distance, when I see him move, I can just move out of the way. Or that gives me time when he moves to be able to deflect and to move. Deflection will make it real simple. Just with my lead arm. If he throws a left jab, just punch this up. Once again, just punch this up. Very simple. He throws a rear hand, punch this up. Very simple. Don't do this. If he throws it, throw the left leg slow. Don't try to do this. You're never going to be fast enough. All I do is, as soon as I see the blow go, I just snap my arm up. Just snap my arm up. Now, of course, I'm going to be right behind you with something else. I'm not going to stand at the arm. But for the purposes of you seeing what I'm doing, that leverage block is probably one of the most effective blocks you can use. Most effective blocks you can use. If his left were to come down, if I can receive a blow to the body, same idea. Just turn the body and just drop the arm. Turn the body and drop the arm. Again, nobody's going to guarantee that these are going to immediately totally deflect any blow, but what's going to happen is you're going to take most of the wood off. So just use your lead arm as you would a sword. That's what I said. Bare knuckle boxing was, they call fencing with fists. Very, very, you can see, just that lead arm is a better defense than just staying here trying to take this. Okay? Now, those parries or those blocks, very, very good. Footwork to get you out of the way. If you can't parry block, don't do this type of thing. If you throw a left, this type, these stop. They're very good for sport boxing. Put an aggressive street fighter with a nail, like 10-penny nail, push dagger on all. Right, knuckle dusters, right, knuckle dusters. Your hand is broken, gone, toast, done. So I don't like those type of things for a real street fight. Try to use just one arm to parry, to deflect, and then just practice with the other hand, just hammering. Just hammering with the other hand. That's probably the most effective way to do it. The elbows aren't bad, but you still have the same problem. Covering with an elbow, very effective. If he's got a weapon in his hand, you're going to sustain some injury. You're going to sustain some injury. The next group is simply the slips. Practicing your slips with your hands behind your back, right, your hips. All you want to do, keep the body locked. When you see the left hand come, just drop the shoulder. Drop the shoulder. If the right hand comes, drop the shoulder. Drop the shoulder. The slip is with the whole body. The best bet is to slip and use a leverage block. Slip, use a leverage. Okay. If in a situation he comes, this would be your best bet. Boom! Right? I'm slipping and using a leverage block. I'm not relying on one or the other. Slip, use a leverage block. But to practice the slip, simply take over and turn. Just turn. Don't try to do this. Head along. Because you've got to realize that if I just get my head out of line, now I've twisted my head, right? Okay, that could happen, or this hand is coming right over the top. Boom! Knockout. What I want to do is this. Boom! Okay, see what I'm doing? And then, of course, immediately counterattack. Your best, obviously, if you can perceive it, if the left hand comes, slip to the outside of the left hand. If the right hand comes, slip to the outside of the left hand. Slip to the outside. If this comes, and I slip here, turn around. Okay, left comes, slip, look at this. Boom. He's got the hook. Boom. Okay, so I want to try to slip to the outside of the blows. The next thing will be ducking. The only time ducks become really effective is if you have enough time to see that type of haymaker come. Okay? You have to work considerably hard to be able to duck against a guy that knows how to throw a hook, like a professional boxer. You know, I don't expect that the average guy that's trying to learn how to defend himself or how to do basic, hardcore, simple street fighting is going to put that kind of time in. But against that mad rushing swing, when you see that coming, just ducking under the blow, just ducking under the blow, is a viable option. The problem is you can't see what he's up to. If you go slow, ducks should be done not by that, but by dropping of the waist. When the duck comes, you duck this way. As soon as you have to take your eyes off him, especially at night under poor light conditions, you can't see what the man's up to. You can't see if he has a weapon in his hand. He could have a club, a knife, anything. If you can perceive that motion, okay, stepping in and driving, stopping with the elbow, okay, he swings. This, if I can do this, then I can also do this. If I perceive that, driving my elbow right into the muscle of the arm. Okay? So ducks, though they're viable, they can be used. They don't take into account that convulsive, moving, grappling type of attack, the fact that he might have a weapon. So if you perceive by instinct a straight blow coming to the face, this is a natural instinct. It gets me out of the way and I can return a counter shot. If he swings at me and I do this, now I have a problem because I'm taking my eyes off him. And in a street fight, if I go to swing at Tony, Tony ducks. What happens if I fall with my knees? Okay, what happens if I swing, I have a weapon in my hand? Now my counter strike, it's not that effective. If you can see the blow coming and driving right in, look how this opens him up. Solar plexus, chin. Okay? So that gives you some idea about basic defenses. Your best bet, combine the leverage block with a slip. When you see those opening blows come in, drive your elbows in. Straight blows directly into the target. The hooks, 90 degree. Use the torque of the body and follow through with elbows and hammer fists as your fist smashes. The uppercuts, stay in tight, upward moves. Long uppercuts cut the body and boom, smashing into the groin, into the body. Swings, tight moves, swinging. Openings for my power blows. Target area, groin, abdomen, solar plexus, cardiac plexus, throat, almost anywhere in the head area. My advice, a lot of knuckle push-ups, a heavy bag, basic weight training, study what we've taught you, and you have an excellent foundation for really using your fists in a real fight. That's the end of this tape.